Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Well, I think the most important issue the city is facing is public safety. Me being from the Northwest, it's an issue that we have to deal with, and I believe if the community doesn't feel safe, there's a lot of things that we can't do as a community, and we have to address that.
Hi, welcome to What's Cooking with Renee. I am your host, Shay Renee, and we have a special episode today. We are featuring the mayor candidates for the city of Pasadena, and we're conducting a debate. So today's guest is Jason Harden. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So Jason, tell us, where are you from, city and state?
I was born in San Jose, California, but I was raised all throughout California. I was raised everywhere from Sacramento, Los Angeles. I've lived in San Bernardino, Colton, Grand Terrace, San Diego.
Nice.
All over California.
What was your childhood like?
It was rough, challenging. You know, at 3, I wasn't expected to live past 3 years old. I was diagnosed at 6 months old with a rare tumor behind my right eye. So my parents were told I wasn't going to survive past 3 years. So I did survive, but things didn't get easier necessarily. You know, we faced poverty. Me and my family have been homeless when I was little. My parents battled with drugs a lot. My father had legal problems for as long as I could remember. And it was very unstable. So things didn't get better until I moved to Pasadena and found a home at Pasadena High School.
Okay. I'm curious to know who you admire the most.
I have a lot of inspirations. I guess most of my inspirations are just regular people, you know, not necessarily any celebrities or anything like that. It's just folks throughout the community that I was luckily to have crossed paths with growing up, you know, like camp counselors or just mentors or big brother type figures. And that's pretty much it. Nothing celebrity. I don't look up to a lot of politicians or anything. I don't try to mimic anyone. I try to be the best Jason Harden I can be.
Okay, so I'm curious, who do you have the least respect for?
That might be easy. I have the least respect for people that don't get involved. You know, I have the least respect for folks that have access to a lot of information and can do a lot of good things, but don't. You know, I have the least respect for folks who don't get engaged like they should or see injustice and don't do anything.
Okay. So, if you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
My first wish, I wish for everyone to take advantage of the opportunities that they're presented with like I did, you know, because Pasadena is full of opportunities. I've lived my dream in this city. I've come from poverty and unemployment to owning my own business. I come from being harassed by the police to playing golf with them. So, you know, that's one wish I would have, for everybody to just pursue their dreams. My second wish is for everybody to believe in themselves. You know, a lot of people don't believe in themselves and they lose hope. And when you lose hope, you start to, you know, you deteriorate, if you ask me. You start to not live life to its fullest. You don't tap into your potential and you don't create the life that you really deserve, you know. And then my third wish would be for to win the selection. You know, I would love to be a mayor of Pasadena. I love the city so much. It's given me so much, and it's more importantly given me the confidence to succeed. And that's something I didn't have growing up.
Speaking of being the mayor of Pasadena, we can segue to my next question, which is, why are you running?
Basically, I wanted to increase accountability in our city, and I wanted to increase public participation and awareness. I believe just having been a candidate, I've created that. I've gotten more people involved who previously didn't even know what district they stayed in or who their district representatives are. So I'm getting folks involved, and I think as mayor, I can magnify that effect and get a lot of things done. just by sheer getting people involved, letting people become aware of the issues and voicing their opinions and being more active in local politics.
Okay, as far as your personal agenda and your personal agenda of issues, can you share with us some of your primary personal agenda of issues that you want to resolve as mayor?
I guess one of the biggest issues I want to resolve is like the social injustice in our community. I want to empower folks. I want folks to be more entrepreneurial minded. You know, I want them to capitalize off a lot of the resources that we have in Pasadena. We have such a strong brand power that it's a wonder why more businesses aren't succeeding. So I really want to get more entrepreneurs up and running. I want to create more businesses instead of just attracting businesses to Pasadena. I believe that we can tap into our own, our own opportunities that come with having a world famous event here every year, and that's what I want to do. I want to bridge that gap that kind of creates that Tale of Two Cities concept.
I love it. So I have 2 more questions before I let you go. Can rivalries and egos get in the way of a community being run?
Oh, certainly. That can get in the way of a lot of things. I learned through a quote that if nobody cared about who got the credit, we can get a lot more done, and
like
that's really
that.
what it's about. It's about getting the work done, and if we have a common goal, we should reach towards that common goal, not worry about who gets us there. So I'm not worried about being the only person that can get Pasadena where it needs to be, but I would hope that whoever gets the position would do that, so it's not just about me, it's about where we're trying to go as a community.
Okay, I have a really good question and I want you to answer it without saying both. Okay, so I'm going to give you an A and B option, and please choose one. So, which is more important for you as a mayor? A, to be a respectable community figurehead, or B, to be a competent and skillful administrator?
Both. I'm just playing. That's really a tough one. But if I had to choose one, I would say A. Because the mayor is, the representation of the city. So he has to take charge in his brand, and he has to really exert himself like the mayor. And he has to take that leadership role through, public involvement, through being accessible, through being visible. And so that weighs heavy. I do believe that he should have, some expertise in administration and all that, but he really just has to be, a representative of the people.
So if you had a choice to pick between actually having respect from someone or doing what you think the community needs to do and it won't get your respect, you're telling me that you would take the respect route?
Well, I'm the type of person I'm very hands-on.
Okay.
So just because I'm out there, shaking hands and being seen and visible at these events doesn't mean that I won't be working hard behind the scenes. And I believe that you have to work hard behind the scenes. I believe that's where the accountability issue in our government comes from, that there's not a lot of behind the scenes work by these figureheads. We have to be more hands-on and involved and, poke our noses where maybe others don't want us to be, but this is our city and we have that access. And that's why council has to use and exercise their rights a little more.
Okay. So my final question, I know I said I had 2, I have an extra one, came from someone here in the studio. What do you think why do you think you're worthy to be the mayor of Pasadena? Do you have any passions?
Well, I think I'm worthy because I am a true representative of the people. Like they say, we have a Tale of Two Cities concept, and if that's true, then I do represent both cities. I represent the hood to the hills, so to speak. I've been through a lot of things that my opponents necessarily haven't been through, so I have a lot of resources and experience and that type of knowledge to tap into when I'm addressing the problems, because a lot of citizens of Pasadena are going through the same things, and they're going through things that might not be relatable to some other candidates, and I believe I can relate to everybody's issues.
Okay. So I want to thank you for coming and being a part of the show. We want to bring you back for the debate later on when we'll have all the candidates lined up and, handling things in the fashionably order. Thanks again, Jason Harden, for being a part of the show, and we'll see you back soon.
Awesome.
Thanks for watching What's Cooking with Renee. We'll be back after these messages.
I think that I'm uniquely different. And I say that because I'm a product of Pasadena. And I have lived the full Pasadena experience more so than any of these candidates.
Welcome to What's Cooking with Renee. I am your host, Shay Renee, and we have a special episode today. We have the mayor candidates debate. We're also featuring a few mayor candidates, and today we have Alan Shay. Thank you so much for joining us.
Boy, you are so welcome. And I just love your name, Shay. It reminds me of my own, Alan Shay.
Right, we have a
Definitely.
lot in common.
Okay.
So to start off, where were you born and raised?
I was born in Jackson, Mississippi.
Nice.
We moved here when I was 5. And so from 5 years old until the present, I've been a Pasadena resident who loves this community. And I'm so thankful that my mom had the blessings of making that decision, especially at that time. It was in 1963. My childhood was adventurous for a number of reasons. As I said, most of all, I'm the 8th of 12 children from a single parent household. And coming here from Mississippi at that time was quite a culture shock. First of all, we had very southern accents, which was a barrier in itself because people automatically prejudged us just because we were from the South at the time. And having 10 siblings at that time, we were also discriminated or judged because we had a single parent who had all those children. So it was an adjustment, but the beauty of that transition was by moving here to Pasadena, it offered opportunities. It offered a great community, and it was a matter of making the right decisions as to how you saw your future. And that's why I'm excited about what God has assigned to me now to take on. And of all 6 candidates, I strongly feel, and I would attest to this in front of your viewers, that I believe that I am here for a reason, and I am the only candidate that has the full pedigree of a Pasadena experience. And I say that wholeheartedly because I have lived in 6 of the 7 districts. In the one district I have not lived in personally, my business has been there for 30 years. And I've had the true experience of Pasadena public school system from K through 12, graduating from John Muir. I attended PCC because I was not a college-bound student initially, but through that institution I found a pathway to make sure that I can continue to pursue being an educated man. And it allowed me to transfer to USC and finish there. And immediately after my graduation from SC, I started a consulting firm. And I have been involved with that firm ever since, and I love it. It allowed me to go back and get my Juris Doctorate degree. So for your viewers, I hold a doctorate degree in law.
So I can call you doctor?
You can call me doctor, or you can call me Alan Shay, JD. I also hold my real estate license, which the beauty of it is I was able to secure that by attending PCC after I finished law school, and seeing that the real estate market was shifting at the time, it offered me another opportunity to add value to my journey. So I think with all the beauty that Pasadena has to offer, it is just a phenomenal city, and I think right now it's a phenomenal era for Pasadena to get ready to embrace a new era with the right candidate. And I say that wholeheartedly because I truly believe that a lot of the candidates that are running do not have the real Pasadena experience. Now, you can become mayor, but if you don't know the true Pasadena experience, it will show itself. And I say that wholeheartedly, Shay, because if you don't know your children, what's going to happen in their development?
It would, yeah.
If you don't know your business, what's going to happen in its development?
It'll show itself.
Okay, if you don't know all 7 districts